So there is a 1.5 patch that just came out for Cyberpunk 2077 today for the Xbox Series X and the PS5 and the PS4 and Xbox One, whatever you want to call it. And I guess it's the optimization update. So now we're going to have true 4K, not at 60 frames a second. It's probably going to be 4K at 30, but they did add an option for 60 FPS at a scaled 4K. So we're going to jump in and see what that looks like really quick, so I can show you guys if it's really worth playing again or not. And there's a lot more to the game than just there's a lot more to this update than just the ray tracing mode and the performance mode. They added like a bunch of more people walking around. They added a bunch of just like quality of life improvements. So you can upgrade your own apartment. You can do a bunch of other stuff like clothing. You can get new hair now. Okay, so let's take a look here. Right now, this is performance mode with dynamic 4K scaling. We are running at 4K. Film grain, all this stuff here is turned off. I don't want it on just for graphic reasons, because film grains can make it look really weird. I just want to look here, miscellaneous, photo mode. Okay, so performance mode, 60 FPS. It's smooth for sure, and like I don't have motion blur on. This is really good from no motion blur. Usually with no motion blur, it almost looks like you're playing at 30 FPS, but this is actually very smooth, which is super nice. Get our gun out. Oh shit, they gotta shoot at me. So this isn't too bad. I will say that you can just see the film grain, dude. That's one thing I hate about this game. It's very grainy. Even on the PC, the game was super grainy for me. Even though I have film grain turned off, like I showed you guys in the beginning, it's turned off. This is 60 FPS mode with dynamic scaling 4K, dynamic 4K scaling. So now we're gonna jump into ray tracing mode. This is ray tracing. It looks even more grainier, more film grain to the screen. Definitely 30 FPS. Looks fairly smooth. I want to try it with motion blur on, see what that feels like. Because sometimes I tend to put motion blur on, especially for Dying Light 2, just because it makes the game feel really smooth. So I mean, it's playable for sure. It's not too bad. But I don't know, man. It's very grainy. I don't know. I'm sure the ray tracing looks beautiful, but like, I can't get over the fact how grainy this game is. It's just like a bunch of little dots. It almost feels like I'm playing in like 1970s TV or something like that. I'm playing on a big ass box TV is what it feels like. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm glad they got the new next gen update out, but it's not really enough to bring me back to this game and play on the Xbox. I would still recommend single player games to this day to play on PC, just because I've had so many bad experiences on the Xbox. I mean, example, Dying Light 2, false advertisement on the Microsoft store. It's not 4K. The game cannot run 4K on the Xbox or the Xbox Series X for that matter. And by the way, I'm not hating on this game. I'm just saying I kind of expected more out of the update. I think whenever I stand still, you can't really see the film grain that much, but on my monitor, everything looks really film grainy. It's not really that perfect. I love Cyberpunk. I love the game. I actually beat the game on the PC, but I haven't played the whole entire playthrough on the PC yet. But I have beat the game before. It's a lot of fun. I do like the game a lot. Just the update was kind of weird. I don't know. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.